Welcome to the Norman Rockwell Museum in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, a gallery dedicated to the art of, well, arguably America's most famous illustrator. Start downstairs. Downstairs you've got a whole gallery dedicated to his life story. There are some interactive screens that can show you some photo albums. And then there's this room. This is fantastic. This is a collection of over 300 copies of the Saturday Evening Post, which was probably the magazine when Norman Rockwell made his name.
Norman Rockwell chronicled the American century as no one else did. His works number in the thousands, images of a nation's evolution, with extraordinary mass appeal. In a changing world, he was a reassuring guide.
This is one of the most famous of Norman Rockwell's paintings, but around the gallery there are loads to enjoy. This is part of his series, The Four Freedoms, FDR's Four Freedoms for Americans fighting in the war. Amazing paintings. But this is my favourite gallery. This room was dedicated to light, painters of light, Norman Rockwell and others. And actually, this gallery isn't just about Norman Rockwell. Other artists are also featured, comic artists in one room, and then there's a changing seasonal exhibition. When I went, it was Walter Wick, a local artist who creates models and then photographs them. When I saw the models, my appreciation of his art just grew and grew, because I didn't understand how these photorealistic illustrations worked until I realized that actually he makes models and then photographs them. That's why they are photorealistic, but also have that sort of created magic charm.
It's clever.
It's amazing. Just walking around the models you see behind them, how he's made them work, how he even built them up from scratch. So much fun. And of course there's a gift shop. And I did a good bit of shopping in this gift shop. It's a really good one. If you love his work, then you've got loads of prints and postcards and magnets, and then you go into the cafe and you enjoy a lunch out in the gardens, really. Speaking of, you can go and see Norman Rockwell's studio in the summer season. This is the building. They lifted it from its place on the high street in town and they dropped it here on this site. And if you'd like to, you can buy a tour. Around the gardens, though, there's loads to see that you don't have to pay for, including a load of kinetic sculptures which I rather liked. Well, if you do go to Stockbridge, Massachusetts, I highly recommend spending some time here at the Norman Rockwell Museum, home of the art of America's top illustrator.